All right, let's send things over to Studio Jay. And also Peyton.
Yeah, Lena, I'm so glad that I get to introduce the weather because, quite frankly, it's been absolutely postcard perfect for the last couple of days. Peyton, we were talking with some folks over the weekend. It's literally like summer waited until September to get here.
I think that's why there's a song that says, "Do you remember September?" I mean, I think we'll remember this at least stretch of time. We do get cooler, and there is relief in the forecast for folks who maybe don't love this kind of heat and humidity. We did start this morning a few degrees even warmer than yesterday morning. We started in the 70s, and we have climbed through the afternoon. In fact, Cleveland Hopkins hit 91 degrees, and if that verifies with the National Weather Service as they toss down our actual high and low of the day, that would be the warmest temperature actually we have hit as a high temperature so far 2023. But when it comes to 90-degree days, we are still below where we should be. We average 9 of them. We've only had 2 days, and today makes that second day. The previous 90-degree day or warmer, which was just 90 degrees, was recorded on July 5th. So we went 2 months without hitting 90 degrees or feeling even warmer at times too. Last year we had 13 days at 90 degrees or warmer. Highs for the next 5 days are going to start to drop. We get a cold front to arrive late in the day tomorrow, and that's again going to reflect cooler conditions by Thursday, Friday, then Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow we are still about 10 degrees above where we should be. We're going to be in the upper 80s. That means there will be a heat index value tomorrow, likely feeling like the low to mid 90s at times. But again, there will be some relief. Our average high is now down to the upper 70s, and we will be right at that for Thursday and then feeling even cooler through the weekend. But do we feel drier? And that's key here. When it comes to your muggy meter, things don't change all too much. There will be a little dip by Friday, but we've got an area of low pressure that spins with us, so it also brings extra moisture in the way of wet weather too. I think the days to maybe open up the windows next might be Sunday into Monday and Tuesday, and then again those temperatures reflecting that cool down as well. It is not cool outdoors right now. We are in the mid to upper 80s. We do feel area wide like we're in the 90s. Some of you feeling like you're closer to the mid 90 mark, but the heat is not something that we are just experiencing ourselves. It's all across the eastern half of the country, everywhere from St. Louis to Washington D.C. Washington D.C.'s actual air temperature is close to that triple-digit mark, and our humidity levels are the reason we start to get those feels-like conditions that feel even warmer than. It is tropical in nature all across the eastern half of the country, just like those temperatures are pretty much so matching. Right over my shoulder, there's actually the changeover to some drier air, and that's because we get a cold front to work through, and that will eventually get us to that. But we've got high pressure now through the mid-Atlantic. That's going to push itself off to the eastern seaboard and then off into the open Atlantic. But it actually makes the way for some of this active weather to push itself further to the east as well. So we do have some rain chances early in the day tomorrow. I think they're more isolated, but the actual front is going to bring us some more wet weather through the second half of the day, and it's not going to look the same for everyone. We'll time it and track it here in just a second. But for your patio forecast this evening, 80s. We are going to stay actually at 80 degrees all the way through 10 p.m. We will have mostly sunny conditions. Tomorrow, though, rain chances do return, which I think is a great thing for a lot of you. You don't have to get out and maybe water the garden or the flowers. Our rain chances will be noticeably higher through the second half of tomorrow instead of the first half. When it comes to your commute tomorrow morning, no huge issues, but temperatures in your National Zymer hour-by-hour forecast are closer to 80 degrees. We'll have extra cloud cover through the second half of the day. Spotty rain chances will exist, maybe a thunderstorm here and there. Gusty winds also can't be ruled out too, but we start to eventually get some relief in here by Thursday. But that low is going to pivot with us, so we keep rain chances in. Thursday, Friday, a spotty chance Saturday and Sunday also can't be ruled out. In your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, we're still near 90 tomorrow, so the heat is not off by then. But as we approach the weekend, things get much cooler and again more comfortable as we approach the early half of next week. Guys, or Jay, back to Studio Jay.
Well, thank you, Peyton. Look, after the weekend we had last weekend with the holiday weekend, I guess, you know, we've got to take the good with the bad. And it looks like this coming weekend it's not going to be so good. But we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you, Peyton.
Of course.